Windows cracked and the stars peeking. Veil so thin where dreams begin. Whispers hum like an ancient hymn. I sit, I drift, the cosmos spins. Lost in the fog where the secrets keep. Shadows dance where the void runs deep.
Hello, 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 air. So this is going to be the love vows for Libra. By the way, happy birthday. Aquarius and Gemini. My voice is not the best. I had a rough football day yesterday, and I did a lot of screaming. So my throat feels horrible, and the volume it can go up to, right now it's where it's at. So this might be giving a bit of ASMR. I'm not trying to do this on purpose. I screamed a little bit too much yesterday. And if you are a UGA fan, you probably know why, depending on when you're watching this. So luckily I have an amazing microphone that's going to help me out. And I will get through this best way I can. But your card reading, channeling big sister over here has met the capacity of her vocal cords yesterday. So without further ado, let's get into the air reading. So for those of you who are new, welcome. Thank you for being here. For those who are revisiting, thank you for coming back. What this reading is, the love vows, we focus on multiple storylines or plots, and it's a pick your plot type of session. So there's 5 different readings for 5 different plots. We have the new flame, individuals who you just met in the past 30 days. We have the ghoster, somebody who is completely disconnected. We have the watcher, somebody who's lurking but not really engaging. Check engine, so people who are in relationships but are having issues. And finally, the desert. And that's individuals who have a dry phone. Their romantic life is pretty much desolate. So those are your 5 plots. You can use the timestamps or the chapters to pick which one you want to hear about or resonates, or you can stay with me through the whole reading and just check in on everybody. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and start with the new flame. And this is the individual who you just met. It's been 90 days or so. And you kind of want to see what this person's really got going on, what their intentions are, so it can help you better make a better judgment on how you should move or interact. So let's go ahead and get started. I will give you messages as the cards are pulled, any channeled messages, and then when we get all the cards out, we will go through them together. But so far, we have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Eight of Cups, we have the Seven of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Get 2 more cards, please. I will say this person is coming away from disappointment. And it feels like this person was the one who was left. So whatever relationship they were previously in, they really had high hopes for this connection, but the person on the other end did not see it the same way. And it feels like it ended abruptly, or this could be good, right? Energy is transferable, so it could be the other way around. I'm also being told you would know about this already. So if it's not you, you would know about this from the other individual already, that this person was the one that that their partner or ex-partner walked away from. And it kind of left them in a very confused state, um, not really understanding why it happened, not understanding what to do about it. Let me get our clarifying cards. So I do pull out 3 cards to give us some personality traits or kind of indicators on where this person is to help you kind of fine tune who I'm talking to or who I'm connecting with. 3 cards, please. Know who this person is that I'm connecting to. Wow. So, like I was saying, this person is coming out of some type of connection where they might have been giving more than the person that they were with. So, even though this person walked away from them, it does feel like it was a lopsided connection. And again, if this is relating more to you, then move the parties where they're supposed to be. But it does feel like that person gave more in this relationship. And actually that connection was really was a distraction on things that they really needed to be doing and working on in their life. Um, and it wasn't what it looked like for them. So this individual, again, somebody walked away from what they thought was a growing, thriving type of connection. When that happened, we have the 7 of Cups here. It kind of threw them off. Like, hold on, how did we get here? What happened? They want to be connected. It kind of what it's giving is they're kind of still maybe stuck on the person because we have the 6 of Cups here, the Page of Swords here, the Knight of Swords. So while they might be moving to something stable, they still have to resolve some feelings that they have for the other individual. I'm just going to be 100% honest. And then we have the Page of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Devil. So what it's looking like to me currently, right now, at least for Libra season, this person's still working on emotions that they have for an ex, or they're kind of hung up in that space. They I still feel they watch them. I still feel that they might even try to communicate with them saying, how can we fix this? But that other individual doesn't want them back. There's ruminating energy, where that person kind of is stuck on that past person. Um, and I don't want to say they are trying to use dating or seeing what else is out there as medicine, right? Using you or y'all's interaction as medicine to help them forget. Rebound, thank you. Rebound energy is what it's giving. So let's see what their intention is with you. Let's see what their intention is with you. What is their intention with the group I'm reading for? What is this person's intention for the group I'm reading for? What is this group's intention for the group I'm reading for? What's the intention for the group So I do want to say this person does find you intriguing. They do like you. They feel that you could be the person that pulls them out of this funk that they've been in. Like I just said, they feel you could be the person that pulls them out of this funk they've been in. This is the 10 of Swords. I would be surprised if the 9 of Wands doesn't come out because this person does feel beaten up. Like they really feel that whomever or whatever that ex was, they really did a number on this person. Have they? I literally just said that. That up. Yeah. So this is the Nine of Swords here. So this is really somebody who they want to move forward from this, right? They want happiness. They think you're the one who might be able to pull them out of it. But here's the thing, how can you be pulled out of something that you keep revisiting? You know? Because I definitely feel that this person keeps revisiting what's going on with their ex. Like, what are they doing? Have they found somebody else? Blah, 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 blah. Um, which is going to make it difficult, at least, again, for a Libra season. So let's do an outcome. Let's do an outcome. What's going to be the outcome for Libra season with this person? What's going to be the outcome for Libra season with this person? What's going to be the outcome for Libra season with this person? We have the Knight of Wands, the Four of Swords. One more card, please. I'm gonna tell you, if this is your read, you already know this person's kind of hung up on somebody else, and it does feel for, yeah, for the remainder, I guess, of Libra season. This person's gonna really give you in and out energy. This person's gonna appear to be all in and then ghost out, all in, ghost out, and it feels like it's a back and forth, and they might even just straight ghost. With this Eight of Cups, they might even just straight ghost, and it's I think the important point of this for the person listening, if this is yours, is the fact that this has nothing to do with you. This person needs to work out something on their end. It's very likely that if this person does ghost out, they do return back because the person that they are hung up on wants nothing to do with them. They're done. It's just taking this other person some time to actually let that sink in. So what I'm picking up here again is somebody that feels like they're on in rebound energy. They're trying to connect with somebody so they can stop hurting about this past situation. They do give for the month of Libra season. Sorry, they are giving in and out energy. They are giving ghosting energy, and some of them might actually just fade out. So I wish I had better news for this particular group, but at least you have an awareness. Um, And again, this is not a situation where you're not already picking up the in and out behavior, or this person might even talk about their ex with you, which that's kind of a turn off. But you already have indications that this person is kind of hung up on an ex. Okay. All right. With that being said, um, just keep your options open with this one. Um, and maybe next season, what's that? Next season is what? Fire. No, no, it's water season. No, it's going to be Scorpio season. Maybe you might see something different from this person, but right now in the air, in Libra season, this person's really kind of needing to work out on some things. Right? Jumping into Ghost, trying to drink some uh, fluid to help my throat. So hopefully, as we go through or progress, my voice will get a bit better. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the ghoster. This is the person who hasn't spoken to you, has the contact is not there. Um, they're just gone. They're just gone. And they don't have to be the one necessarily who ghosted. You could have. Um, but for the most part, it does feel like it would be them who ghosted. for the energy. It feels like I'm picking up here. Let's get the cards out. I will give you any messages that come out as I am shuffling. I do feel like the ghoster has very complicated or conflicted feelings about what this is or what happened or why you all aren't talking. Like they've had some situations where they wanted to reach out and they've literally had to stop themselves. And it feels like the reach out was like subconscious, like, oh, I gotta send this. And then as they're typing it or as they're about to pick up the phone, the call, they remind themselves, oh, we're not talking. Um, they are aware that this is something that needs to be healed. They feel that they've hurt you. Um, or they know there's some responsibility on their end why this situation is the way it is. I will say that. They do find you. There's something about your energy or something about you when it comes to this person, like you're a superstar to them. The energy that I pick up. Hold on one second. Some of you might have Sagittarius in your chart, just FYI. They do feel like you give off energy that's like superstar energy to them. Like when you're around them, you up their standards, or when you're around them, like they look to you or look at you for suggestions or for examples on how to present yourself. Like they just like your aesthetic. Such a weird way to say that. But yeah, they like your aesthetic. They really do. It's kind of like there might be some unique way you present yourself, how you carry yourself, something about class, but also there's some grit. There's something about you're unique in a certain way. Um, and they like that a lot. Just throwing that out there. Thank you. So for the ghoster, we have the star, the queen of wands, the three of swords, the 10 of cups, the two of swords, the 10 of swords. There's a lot of mental energy here for two of pentacles, the sun and the moon. And with the sun and the moon, it does feel like that's where it's kind of this balance between the two of you, at least when you guys were talking. Um, one represented light, one represented dark, um, day, night. One of you could be a morning person, the other an evening person. There is a desire to heal this, but I'm also I'll also say that there's not an aware there for people who are wondering, does this person see what that the connection is? I see that they do. There is an awareness about what this connection is. This person goes back and forth, which is funny because hesitation just came out in our clarifying cards. This person goes back and forth about if they should connect with you or talk to you. A part of them is like, I want the 10 of cups with this person. And a part of them is saying, let it go. A part of them is saying, I could have the 10 of cups with this person. And then a part of them is saying, I need to leave this alone. Okay. So let's keep going. I'm trying to give you some clarifying cards to help maybe get some more clarity on who this energy is. We have schedule and libation. So what this is telling me, like there's again hesitation, right? This person does want to reach out, like the dude in that trying to capture the time. This person does want to schedule a time to talk to you or even see you for some people. I do feel that they might be even going to prayer or meditation to get some further information, but it's definitely a battle of let's heal this, right? The star, the 10 of cups, let's heal this. Going back and forth between going for it or not. And with the two of swords in the middle of this deck, they're kind of stuck. I'm gonna tell you, they're stuck like in their head and they're going back and forth between let this go or try to fix it, let this go or try to fix it. But I do see that there is a desire. They know they have to be the one to do it because it feels like they feel like you're absolutely like, all right, I don't know what happened or what they did or what happened before the ghosting happened, but it does feel like it's something that they did on their end because it does feel like they know they would have to apologize and take accountability. And I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen. So what we're going to do is let's see what their intentions are right now towards you, and then we'll do an outcome. Intentions. Some limits, what are the intentions? What are the intentions here? Again, they do want to communicate. I'm seeing that very clearly. We have the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Cups. It's like this person really does want to talk to you. Um, mm, 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 mm. The Knight of Wands. Three more cards, please. I can't make it up. This person doesn't want to talk to you. We have the Two of Cups. Ugh, boy. This person's really in their head. Like I honestly see like something happening, and they're like, "Oh, let me say this," or "Ooh, let me call them," and they're like, "Oh, I can't," because I set up this environment where this person probably does not want to talk to me. It's like somebody who would call you when they're having a really great day, or when they're having a really bad day, and it's like, yeah, they feel like you're going to be guarded off. They're like, they're not going to want to talk to me. This is the Nine of Wands. Like they're not going to want to talk to me. Um, one more card, please. Yes, I said one more card. We'll take this card. And this is the Ten of Pentacles. So they do recognize who you are to them. They do recognize that. Um, and there's a desire to reach out and talk, right? They do feel you all could have it all. I'm hearing. Now I'm hearing a song by Whitney Houston. Didn't we almost have it all? I think Whitney Houston sings that. Um, let's see if there's going to be actual any action for Libra season. Let's see if we actually see anything. Because I do see a desire to, but I also see a desire to walk away from this. Like they don't have it, what's necessary to claim to for accountability, right? They don't know if the work that's going to be needed to get you where you need to be to feel comfortable and safe specifically with them is something that they can do. So let's see what the outcome will be. Three cards, spirit. Three cards as it relates to this team. You have the lovers. Hmm. Owls might be significant. You either heard one, saw one, or you will see one shortly after this session to kind of just confirm that this is your reading. We have the chariot. I have my mic on isolation, but I am apologizing ahead of time if you hear me coughing. I do turn away from the mic when I am coughing, but if you can still hear it, sorry. On the card, on a card, what's this person going to do? What actions will this person take? What actions will this person take in Libra season? I do feel some sort of apology coming in, but it's not something that's like overt and in your face, like, I'm so sorry. It feels like it's more, they express their sorry through in conversation. So we have Nine of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles. So I do see movement here. I will say that. It does feel like there is movement. Let me see, what's kind of, let's take, I have another deck I want to use. Just to find out what's really going on their side. That's kind of, because even with the movement forward, there's still that hesitation. It's kind of like, is this person going to want to talk to me? Because, like I say, they see you as a superstar. Like, it's like, do they even have? Are they even worthy? We're not worthy. I'm seeing what is that? Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I think that's from. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Like, that's a big piece of hang up they have with you, right? That's a hang up that they have. Like, but that's about their own insecurities. Because I don't feel you're like that. I don't feel you look at that person and say, I'm so much better than you. I don't say that at all. But for whatever reason, they feel that about themselves. And they know that would have to change for this to work. And I don't know if they feel they have the capacity for that. Wave of emotions, change. Like, they're fully aware of this. And for some, I'm one more card they said, for some, it keeps them up at night. Like, they might be going over and over your text messages. They might be going over and over like photos and things that you've done in the past. One more card, please. And it does feel like that happens more at night. I feel somebody's drinking, smoking, and not the legal smoking. Well, it might be legal in some states. And they're kind of taken aback on how wrapped up in this they are. Like, as it feels like whatever happened that caused the person to ghost, right? They felt that, okay, this is done. I'm done. And they might have been able to actually say that for a few days or weeks after the event. But now it's like eating at them, I'm hearing. Like, they thought they were better than how they acted. Okay, thank you. So, what I will say that this person is, they're in their feels. They're trying to figure out what's the best movement forward. I do see for some that there will be movement, but it doesn't feel like it's just this abrupt apology and somebody spilling their feelings. This person still feels pretty stoic, and it also feels like this person, um, this event, even if they don't come back, this event is going to cause them to have to really see more about who they are and not who they thought they were, because this has gotten under their skin way more than what they thought they were going to have. And for the group, if the person comes back, boundaries are going to be key. You're gonna have to see change behavior. Boundaries are going to be key. And something about emotions, either there's a lack of expression or maybe over the top. Okay. So just be aware of that. So for Libra season, for this particular group, I do see this person going back and forth between, I need to fix this or let it go. It does feel like they have intention of speaking to you, and they do see you. Like I said, they see you as a superstar. I don't know how else to say it. It's weird. Um, like, they feel you have a lot of people who are after you. They feel that when you go out, people are, talking to you and things of that nature. It's just, and even if it's the case, like, what does that have to do with them? I don't know. But that's kind of what they have in their head. They have prayed about it. They have meditated about this. And even though there's still some hesitation, it does look like they might reach out. The key for you is boundaries and looking for change behavior. Okay. So that's what's going on with the ghost for Libra season. Now we're going to go into the watcher. So the watcher is the person who may or may not be making it known that they're in your business. So if you have social media and you post stuff, they might, they are, excuse me, looking at it, watching it. You're their best entertainment TV show, reality show. They might be asking people about you. Um, they might be trying, if you work in the same spot or whatever, they might be trying to do things to be in your space. And this is all deliberate because they're trying to keep tabs on what you're doing, what's going on, who are you with, yada, 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 right? But they're not interacting with you. They're not interacting with you. Okay. Um, so let's see what's going on with the watcher. They're acting, it's like 1 degree of separation. They're interacting with things attached to you, but not necessarily you. And this can even look like an ex that you share children with, getting information from the kids, which you should never do that and putting kids in the middle of stuff like this, but this person doesn't care. Um, like, does your mom talk to other guys, or does your dad have somebody over there when they go over? Stuff like that. So watching, but not interacting. Watching, but not interacting. Whew, somebody might have Leo in their chart. I'm picking it up strongly, or something with red. Red has been a theme the past few sessions I've had. Somebody has just gotten flowers, or there's something with flowers. I don't know if you grow flowers, you cut flowers, you garden, something with that. We have the Emperor here. Somebody might who's watching right now might be dealing with allergies or dealing with sinus issues. I'm also going to tell you for that person, you need to drink some water. There's some hydration going on there. Mm. Yeah, this person, it's interesting because they feel like they have some sort of control over who you interact with. I'm gonna go deeper into that again because that's not everybody's story, but it's somebody's. I don't really know what that means right now, but I am picking that up. Like there's somebody here that feels like they have control of, or they should have control of how you interact or present yourself in the world. I don't, but we're gonna find out what that means. Two more card, please. Yeah. Mm. Do the clarifying cards and then we'll get into this. The clarifying cards, if you are new here, are just cards to help us fine tune the message so you can make sure we're talking about your specific situation. Cards. One more card, please. Hmm. I have confinement, disturbance, and commitment. Interesting. Okay, so with the confinement, it does feel that for some there might be okay some history here of legal aspects, or they have been in jail, or for some they could still be in jail. And that's maybe why they're watching because they can't interact because they're in jail, or they have a history of it. Um, Disturbance, and I don't like the energy off this card at the moment. Not just because the picture's freaking spooky, but it feels like for some people, for this individual, the level of lurking is disturbing. Like, like they can't do anything without checking to see what you're doing first. And they're kind of committed to it. Um, it's this person might have given you like icky feelings in the past, disturbing feelings in the past, but it seems like this person is committed to just keeping this behavior up. So let's go into what the behavior looks like. Right, we have the world, we have the strength, the emperor, the nine of wands, the high priestess, the four of pentacles, and again, that's the holding on type of energy. The two of cups, the three of cups, and the four of cups. So I will say this person is a romantic, an ex, somebody from the past that's not willing to let go of control of the situation, which is weird because they're not interacting with you, but they feel they still have some sense of control. So again, this brings me back to the energy I was picking up if you have a child with this person. Like they feel, and if they pay child support or something, something where they feel there's still some sense of control here and not wanting to let go. Like even in this image right here, how this person is looking in this image, how they're just really focused. Like they're like, oh, they would like, and you're not talking to them. You're not speaking to them. For one, you're not even, you're finding out that they're watching you, but you're not wanting to interact with them, right? With the four of cups here, you're not wanting to. Where this person is like two of cups and three of cups, like I want us to get back together. I want us to fix things, work things. You're like, I'm not really about that. So they're trying to figure out what I need to do. And by watching, that's kind of how they're collecting intel on you. Ooh, let's see what their intent is. What's the intent of the person watching? What is the intent of the person watching? What is the intent? Somebody might have had an injury recently on their leg, on their knee, on their ankle. Um, Somebody might literally be on crutches, have an air cast, them or you. Let's see. But they definitely feel left out of your life, but they're watching it. So we have the chariot here, the knight of cups, two more cards. Wow. Okay. Mhm. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay, so we have the Five of Pentacles. So that's that left out energy. I'm wanting movement. So we have two movement cards here. We have the Eight of Wands and the Chariot. So their intention is movement. Their intention is movement. And then with the Knight of Cups here, movement around emotion. Movement around emotion. Second. We have the Nine of Cups and the Knight of Wands. So we have movement. We have three movement cards. Really kind of four when you put in this night. Goodness. I don't feel the watcher is going to be watching much longer. The watcher might be coming out of watching phase. Um, what does that mean? The, the issue I have with it though, it doesn't feel like much. But this person still feels like they have control over something. Let me see what the outcome is. Because I do feel the watcher comes out of is not so much watching anymore. They're actively interacting in Libra season. Like, I want to talk to you. Mm, interesting. Good card. Let's trying to find the outcome here for Libra season. Two more cards, please. The Ten of Wands, the Ace of Swords. Yeah, I feel communication. Thank you. Then the Sun. There's going to be communication around the whole situation. And it doesn't feel like it's communication around a specific event. It feels like it's communication around totality of this connection. So if you do have kids together, that's going to be brought up. If you've had past off and on type of energy, that's going to be brought up. If this person has acted like a jerk before, or have had same behaviors, or you've had some behaviors, it feels like it's a whole life review, but the life of the relationship conversation. Now, even though I've been feeling kind of ick with this, I do see the Sun card out at the end. So what I'm hearing is because the conversation brings clarity. This conversation brings clarity for you. I'm gonna pull three more cards to see if we can get any further information about the outcome or what you need to know with this situation. Three more cards with the outcome of what you need to know. Two more cards about the outcome, about what you need to know. I do feel like when this person does come back around, that's the first word out of your mouth. Like, why? What do you want? Why are you doing this? Like, I'm hearing why multiple times. What do you want? Why are you doing this? Why are you bad? Why do you act this way? Why did you do this? Two more cards, please. Oh, jeez. Let me tell you right now, as I'm sitting in this person's energy, it's rather annoying to me. It's annoying me. Robert, this rocket's pissing me off. If you don't have TikTok, you don't know who the hell that Marcus the Worm is, but that's kind of what I'm picking up here. The longing, and that's the other person. Okay, that's the other person. Um, when you're saying why, it's because they're longing for this connection. One more card, please. But you're gonna have to put out like what's acceptable and what's not acceptable, right? Right. When I say that responsibility comes out, you're gonna have to lay the foundation. I think for some of you, a big issue was the foundation was never laid. It was kind of a go with the flow, and this person went with the flow, but he or she was controlling that flow. So here it's the responsibility that there has to be an agreement on both of you, because it does feel like this is something that has been long term. Again, y'all might have family, you might have kids together, something that has been long term, because the conversation is in, like when I said it's in totality, it's not just one event, it's like everything. And there needs to be accountability, I'm hearing, on both ends. And then moving forward, saying, this is what's acceptable, this is what's not. and having an agreement on that together and then watching behaviors. Okay. So for the watcher, I do feel this person does come out of watching space in Libra season. A lot of people are wanting balance this season. A lot of people are wanting equal balance. A lot of people are wanting resolution. It's giving Aaliyah's we need a resolution. That's what this is giving. The resolution does not necessarily mean you all stick together or come back together, but it might mean you guys get clarity on what happened. So this person can stay out of watcher mode, like stop looking at my stuff or I'm gonna freaking block you on everything. So I don't want anything to do with you. Or start acting like a decent human so we can fix this. But again, that's going to be different for everybody's situation. Um, but laying the foundation is what I'm hearing is needed, and then sticking to that so it works for both of you. It has to be mutually beneficial. Next group is for the check engine light. These are for people who are in committed relationships, but there's something off. Some of you know what something off means, some of you don't. But guess what we're about to do? We're about to jump right into the middle of all of this and see if we can find out. So this is for groups who are in relationships who there's some challenges. There's trouble. There's trouble. Trouble in paradise. So we're gonna get all the cards out first, and then we'll talk about it. So first we have Six of Wands. We have the Tower. Some of you might not even be sleeping in the same room. Some of you might not even be sleeping in the same residence right now. Or if you are sleeping in the same room still, some of you might be like somebody goes to bed early, doesn't tell the other person. They're just communication in the house is off. You have Ten of Wands. You have Knight of Wands. A lot of wands energy. So somebody might have fire sign placements. Hmm. Pentacles, Six of Swords. There's also individuals who are throwing themselves in the work so they don't have to deal with what's going on at home. So somebody's like, oh, I'm working long hours, or I'm so tired. When they get home, they're so tired they can't talk about it. And you're really using work as a crutch. I'm going to do some clarifying cards to kind of help fine tune who this message is for. That that card seems to always come out when I go for check engine. And again, it might not necessarily be that there's either one of you or both of you is an introvert, and that possibly could be. It just means there's not talking going on. You all might be actually looking like that in bed, back to back, not interacting. Thank you. I will say the other party, though, there's fear that this is something that can't be fixed. So let's go into this. So again, there's a desire to fix it. I will start off by saying that there is a desire to fix this. It doesn't let this person knows how. Because we go into the Tower, the Ten of Wands. I'm hearing, is it too far gone? The Knight of Wands. There's movement and desire for victory, but it feels like this person does not know what to do because you don't seem to be responding to what has worked in the past. And I feel for some, what has worked in the past is trying to push things under the rug, um, giving you a gift of some sort or whatever, and things go back to normal. Whatever has worked in the past is not working now, and it's causing this person to be fearful. Like, I need to develop another strategy because what's worked in the past is not working now. I will say what I'm picking up for a lot of people is this really comes down to having issues with communication. It feels like you have different communication styles. So it could be somebody's an introvert and somebody's an extrovert, right? But it just feels like there's different communication styles. It feels like there's different conflict resolution styles, where somebody wants to just push things under the rug and act like things haven't happened, while the other one, most likely you, wants to discuss things so we can get to a resolution, right? So let's see what the intention is, what actions will be taken for Libra. Yeah, for Libra season. Because it's not necessarily saying a specific thing that's causing this. This feels like it's been a buildup. Yeah, this person's really, they don't know what to say. It's interesting. So it's like I just say nothing. I don't know what to say, so I say nothing. But they don't understand that's making it worse. Because the more they say nothing, the more turned off you are getting, right? Whew. Six words, please. Six words, thank you. We have the Four of Wands. So this is the second time the Four of Wands came out. Right, we have the Four of Wands down here too. And this card tried to jump out earlier with the group. Somebody might have something to do with pink. Pink is a big factor, not just because these cards have a lot of pink in it. I'm just hearing. So you're either wearing pink right now, or there's something around you that's pink to help give more clarity on who I'm talking to. I will say this person is willing to change the perspective of something because they do fear you leaving. They do fear you saying, I want to be single. I'm good. I'm good on my own. I really don't need this relationship. I'm here because I want to be. And you might have even said that to this person. And they know this. They absolutely know you could be just fine solo. So it does feel like their intention is to bring in some balance here. There is a desire to fix this. I'll keep saying this for the group I'm reading for. There is a desire to fix this. This person does not want this to go away. It's that they're lacking communication skills to get to a resolution. And this, you all might benefit from a counselor, right? The Empress here again. They see you as everything they want in a connection. So you all might benefit from talking to a counselor, a mentor, a coach, something to help around communication, something to help around conflict resolution. It does feel that this person has a very large skill with that. And then we have the Three of Pentacles, which, like I said, we have the Three of Pentacles here too. Different decks, same cards. There is a desire for resolution here. But again, you all might need to bring a third party in. And as I'm looking at this, right, a third party has been brought in to help you. So you might need some outside, and it doesn't necessarily, I'm hearing for some of you who belong to a church or somebody at the church. Um, Premarital counseling is something in that space, right? Um, but this person does want to fix it. It looks like you all might need some additional assistance with that. So dang. All right, I'm trying to do an outcome, right? We have temperance again. We have the Eight of Wands, so there is movement. One more card, please. Okay, and then we have the sun. We have the sun. We'll do the Ace of Swords and communication. So I do feel movement this season. I do feel movement Libra season around this. I'm hearing because at this point you guys are at a breaking point, so there has to be movement. Movement towards balance and communication on peace is what I'm picking up. Resolution focus is what I'm hearing you need. Resolution. You need to be solution focused on this, not just focusing on what's going wrong, remembering why you two are together and how to fix this. Because again, I will say the person wants to fix it. They don't like how things are and they're fearful that you are about to walk out the door. And they don't know how they would be if you do decide to walk out the door. So, but I do see positive energy around fixing it. So hopefully you're able to find somebody. I do see a third party coming in to help with the fixing though. It's like you guys have to get out of your own heads and get out of your own ways and allow somebody else to support. All right, last but not least, we're going to jump into the desert. So this is for individuals who really don't have a person of interest and really want to see what's to come or what's coming in. So let's jump into the desert and get started with that. Got two more shuffles. It's out, and then we'll jump in. We have the Death card. We have the Four of Pentacles. I will say for the group I'm reading for, I do pick up a big um, oh gosh, transmute I'm hearing for, that's not the word I picked up initially. Transformation. Okay. Transmuting and transformation has occurred. Meaning there's something about you that has changed. There's something about you that has changed where you have identified certain things that you want to hold on to, but also things you want to release. Um, and what's working for you. Then we go into Four of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Wands, King of Swords. I feel Sagittarius energy here, so there might be some of you who have Sagittarian in your chart. Um, a lot of mental stuff has been going on with you too. So there's been, I'm trying to figure out the best way to explain it. It's kind of like you doing a survey on yourself. What's working for you in this stage of life? What's not? What needs to be adjusted? What needs to be changed? You're working on yourself. I'll say that. And that is literally changing what's going on around you. That is really, like I heard transmuting, that's really changing the energy around you. So that's a good thing. Let's keep going. Some of you might have a dog that looks like the one in the picture I'm seeing. Um, and you're kind of ready. It's like you've been in this space of overthinking, not knowing what to do, um, to now that transformation is bringing you out of this eight of swords where you're just like, oh, overthinking this. Did I do this wrong? Am I doing this wrong? No, 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 no. Like really kind of beating up on yourself. Um, some more cards. Yeah, it's definitely a change in how you see yourself, right? So it's being clear on what you want. A lot of you went inside, meaning cutting off people, meaning going in, meditating prayer, um, just focusing on you and getting clear on what you want. And now you're ready to come back out of this hermit overthinking space and energy to into your new existence, right? Into this new energy that you have transmuted, but you're coming in with more awareness of what you want, what you need in a connection. And you need balance. You need mutually beneficial, and you know this. So the mind work, the mental work, I'm telling you right now, is paying off. It's working. So now we're gonna look at what's coming in. So I will say this, congratulations for the group I'm talking to, who has done the work, who has went you all went internally to make this transformation. It's not like you were looking or did this with external um validation. This is internal. This is definitely inside work going on. All right, let's see what's to come in Libra season for you. Oh, we have the Fool again, different deck, same cards. Okay, so there's definitely a desire for movement forward. We have the Nine of Pentacles. It's definitely, sorry, hold on. Because if this is the Nine of Pentacles, what in the incarnations is this? Interesting. So we have two Nine of Pentacle cards. One's male, one's female. Okay. The Ten of Swords. Mhm. One more card, please, card. One more card. Mm, okay. In the Tower. So what I'm picking up is there's with your change, with your new view of who you are and what you want, it's definitely going to cause some disruption for people who are used to who you used to be. The fact that you are ending some behaviors, the fact that you're moving and walking away from connections is definitely causing disruption for other people who benefited from however that connection was when you were the way you were or what was going on here. Yeah, we have the Emperor here that was that it's kind of just flipped up. Interesting. You're taking control of your life, right? You have a new beginning, you have a new focus, you're in a new energy. That's going to cause some disruption for people who are used to the old you. What you allowed before, you're not allowing now. You're really moving into this new level of who you need to be or who you feel you want to be. So we need to find out what's to come. Hopefully you didn't hear that big scream. Football game's on. What's to come for you? What's coming for you, or the energy around you as you move in as you've moved up into this next phase or space. Oh, look at that. Happiness. Wow. I can make this up. Some of you might be taking up a hobby, some of you might paint. One more card. One more card, please. Flowers might be significant. Painting might be significant. Wow. And unexpected blessings. So the fact that you have done the work, the fact that you have removed yourself from individuals who were benefiting from your woundedness, you have blessings coming in. Like you all saw, I didn't pick these cards picked us. Happiness, hobby, unexpected blessings, right? So now I'm going to request specifically if there's a person coming in for you now that you have up leveled, because I mean, that's what we really want to know, right? Congratulations to the up leveling. I will say that that took some time. That took some pain, some hurt, right? Growing pains. All right. We're going to see if Libra season is going to bring any new people, person, energy in for you. Is Libra season going to bring any new people, person, situations in for you? Oh, two more shuffles. One more. Oh, season bringing any new people in for my listeners right now. Jeez. We have the Knight of Wands, we have the Ten of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. Again, Wheel of Fortune was out here, right here. I do feel that there is energy around a relationship energy. I'm not necessarily seeing. Mm, mm, I do see somebody here, but it doesn't feel like this person. Who was this Knight of Wands? Who was this Knight of Wands? Swords. Book of Wands. Oof. Ah, Judgment. I'm getting two different energies from this Knight of Wands character. Okay, so I'll say this. You've done the work. You have been very clear on what your standards are, what you're going to tolerate, what you're not going to tolerate. The only reason I needed to get clarification on the Knight of Wands energy is because it's kind of an in and out type of space. But the fact that I'm seeing Ten of Cups and Wheel of Fortune around this person makes me not just say, okay, this person's not even worth your time because they're not going to be stable or in and out. So the clarifying cards I got were Four of Swords, Four of Wands, and Judgment. So this does feel like somebody who might have retreated for a bit. And that's when, okay, right, we get this in and out. This person might have retreated for a bit. But it feels now that this person's resurfacing in a different mindset. This person might come from legal background, law enforcement. Because I'm looking at him wearing law enforcement, police. This person comes back with a different mindset. For the people who have this is that part of their story, right? Because I said there's two. Um, and it's more clear on what they want, but it's also clear on what you expect. And I will say this, if you're on the side where this is somebody resurfacing, You need to lay it out immediately. Because if not, it feels like it falls back into the same routine, which you're not going to allow because you're a different person. From when this person interacted with you before, you're a whole different person now. So stuff that you tolerated before, you're not going to tolerate again. Now, for those of you who this is a new individual, this feels like it's new. This feels like it's new, but you will find out that there's a dynamic here with them where they speak about stuff they want, but their actions seem a bit different from what they're saying. It's kind of like I'm not gonna go all the way into saying it's love bombing, but it's kind of like they say what they want, but their actions are like, it doesn't look like you want this because you're not doing yada yada yada. But I'm also hearing you put it to rest. That's where I have the judgment card. Like right when you pick up, this person's kind of wishy-washy for you. You lay it out like I'm not gonna tolerate this. If this is what you're on, then you can pass me with that. I'm not tolerating it. Um, I don't know. It feels like maybe Libra season, and I know I can't. I hate saying this because I hate it when I hear it for me, but it feels like you're really still enjoying the new you. Like you're going out and doing stuff for yourself. You're taking self-care Saturday, self-care Sunday, which I'm about to take in a few minutes after this session. But you're doing stuff for yourself and it's pulling people in. You might actually start to see people giving you more compliments, people just reaching out to you just to say nice things because you're in a whole different space right now. So the person who, if it's somebody who's brand spanking new, whose actions aren't matching their words, or even if it's somebody coming back with a new perspective, you are not about the BS. Like, so as soon as you first clock somebody doing something that's not what you are wanting to deal with, you're going to say it and you're going to be done. There's not going to be a conversation about it because you're on, you know what you're on and you need to, and you're going to let people know. And it's a different experience, especially for the person who comes back, it's a different experience. But for the person who comes back, I'm hearing they like it. It's kind of like, oh, she or he's not going to let me run over them anymore. All right. I'm liking this new person, this new version of you. So there's that too. So hopefully this helped. And now I can go drink some more tea for my throat and maybe not scream so much today. Hopefully my Eagles do good. About to check them out here shortly because my Bulldogs let me down. But it's cool. You win some, you lose some. But thank you all so much for being here with me. If you're watching me morning, noon, night, don't forget to subscribe. Let's share this energy here. Like you literally, that's all you have to do is subscribe. Like you don't have to do anything other than hit that little button because I do put in and put out weather updates and energetic weather updates weekly because I'll be doing that later today. Or just like it so people who need to hear some of these messages can get to it. All right. You all take care. Thank you for being here. And I'll talk to you when Scorpio season comes in. Bye.
Windows cracked and the stars peeking. Veil so thin where dreams begin. Whispers hum like an ancient hymn. I sit, I drift, the cosmos spins. Lost in the fog where the secrets keep. Shadows dance with the